It's 4:39 and I am calling the meeting to order. And Tatanisha, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes, I will. Albertine Allen. Here. Sojourner Atwater. Here. Dennis Carroll.
Here.
Marty Corley. Lenny Jenke. Here. Diana Gore.
Here.
Melanie Haynes. Here. Judy Lang. Nancy Moldenauer.
Here.
Aaron O'Reilly.
Here.
Mary Ellen Quinn. Tyra Robinson Walker. And we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at approval of the November 7th, 2021 meeting minutes. Would somebody make a motion to approve those minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
Pastor Carroll, thank you, and Aaron, thank you for seconding that. All approved, say aye and raise your right hand, please.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, anybody opposed? Passes unanimously, thank you. Our next item is the finance report.
Our financial report is similar to what we had last month. The difference is that for November, we had $1,000 disbursement, and that was for the Judy Hoover Scholarship. The total was $2,161.29. $2,161.29.
Okay, and that would be the balance that's in the account right now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and was that the last scholarship that had to be paid out, or do we have one more?
We have one more scholarship that will be paid out by end of, probably by end of this week.
Okay,
For $1,000.
okay, so we're having money issues right now, it looks like, but I'm glad that we're having our paint and sip that's coming up, so we'll talk about that later. Executive Director's report?
We need a motion to accept the financial
Oh,
report.
I'm sorry. Would somebody make a motion to accept the financial report? Bonnie, thank you. Who would second that? Melody, thank you for seconding. All approved, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay, passes unanimously. Thank you. Executive Director's report.
Included in your packets, you'll see just the case disposition. Pull it out for you. Our case load is slowly growing. We are currently at 5 cases, and we have a case that is kind of out of our normal range. We have a housing denial complaint. So, what happened is that the charging party believes that she was denied an apartment because of her race. So we accepted the charge, and we're currently waiting on the respondent to accept acknowledgement of the complaint, and then we'll go into investigation. And then then there's also a copy of the office activity report. For the month of November, we had 54 contacts. 2 went to legal services, 2 to other agencies, and then 1 to EEOC. And when I say other agencies, that would include things like the the Better Business Bureau, I think was one of the agencies, something that we traditionally don't deal with because my standards are, I standardly send charges to ICRC, EEOC, HUD, and then legal services. And every blue moon I might get someone with problems and I can't help them, so I'll help them find an agency like the Better Business Bureau, or if there's a problem with an attorney, because a lot of people aren't very computer literate, so I kind of do the research to find out where they should send their concerns to, and then kind of direct them in that manner.
Tanisha, thank you very much. It looks like we're holding pretty steady around 50 contacts per month right now.
Yeah.
So, okay, great. And then you'll let us know when cases are ready.
Yes, and I'm
for
expecting,
assignment.
yes, I'm expecting around the first of the year, I'll let you guys enjoy your holidays before I start harassing you. I'm expecting at least 2 to be ready at the beginning of the year.
Okay, thank you very much. We will, with open welcome arms, be ready for your phone call.
Okay.
Larry's not here, so we're going to skip over the staff attorney report today. And hope he feels better and his kneecap heals well. And we're sending to him get well wishes today. Committee reports, beginning with the executive committee. It did not meet, and I realized we said we were going to try to get together before this meeting, so I do apologize for that. I actually ended up being out of town for 2 weeks of this past month, so that took a big chunk of time out of availability. Special events committee, we'll skip over that too because Mary Ellen isn't here today. Scholarship committee.
No report as of right now.
Okay.
I think we've already reported our last student received their funds. So.
Yeah, we contacted the last student. She is waiting on the check to be cleared, and they just cleared today because it has to go through the Board of Works, and then they can cut the check, and then I'll reach out to her tomorrow to get her to make arrangements so that we can give her a check.
Okay, great. Thank you for coordinating all of that. Fundraising committee?
We have our fundraiser tomorrow. I think that's something we wanted to talk about now to see where we want to proceed. Aaron, if you or
Yeah, so as of right now, do you still have, do you have 4 people?
I have 4, and I just actually talked to 2 people who said they're supposed to call tomorrow. So
Okay, yeah, if they just call, my cell phone number is what is being used to book in, it's on that flyer. So right now we have 10, including those 4, 10 in attendance, so obviously we would like more than 10, but I think that 10 is okay, and we'll still do somewhat okay, and I'll match some of that as well. So I think it would be.
Can I ask, does the committee think it's because of the time of year? Are people too busy?
I don't know what it is, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I mean, I don't mind. I'll do it in a minute. There's
Well,
right there.
we still have a day to get
Right.
people
And there's-
to reserve and show up,
Yeah.
you know. I think if each of us would just call a friend or 2,
Right.
and the personal invite really does mean a lot to people. So if we did that, then I think we could, you know, because there's 8 of us here.
Yeah, and if that friend brings another friend, hey, it's just $25 if you do a couple and split between
Right.
the 2
And
of you
it
for
could be
$50.
a gift for someone.
Well, that's the point. This
Because-
would make a really great gift,
Yeah.
I'm
actually.
kind of disappointed.
Yeah, we looked, I mean, the last one that we did, well, we had one with the Human Rights Commission, and then we did the Minority
There was
Health
a lot
Partners
of
one.
people from both.
And we posted both of those 10 days prior to the event. This one was posted 11 days, so 1 day sooner than. So the timing of advertisement and stuff is all the same. I do know that, you know, our business is downturn this month comparatively to last year holiday time. So if people are just getting their bearings still for the holiday.
I think the weather snap
Yeah.
has something to do with it because it's cold now.
I think it could be the COVID. We've gone from whatever to orange, or next step is red, and people have any further again.
So yeah,
So-
the COVID, obviously it's affecting the stock markets, it's affecting everything, the new strain, so that could be another reason people are just.
So, Aaron, has it been pushed out to all of the Michigan City group sites?
Yeah, I mean, it's on Michigan City Restaurant Reviews, it's on our Facebook page,
Okay.
obviously, it's on our, we have the late night Facebook page that we use for the LGBTQ events, and it was on that one. And then I know the majority of people on PFLAG, I sent it out to them and they shared it on their page, so it's
Okay.
definitely been out there.
I'm just asking.
I could
that's all.
do one more push and reshare.
And what I would do is I would say,
Like a couple more
great
shots.
Christmas gift.
Yeah,
And supports scholarships for high schools, seniors for college.
yeah.
Okay, because that really does motivate people when you let them know, that we're handing out scholarships to high school seniors.
And I'd just like to add that I share office space now with the special events coordinator. I mean, we just recently had the Snowflake Parade, but even then, we were really antsy about that because I think the results they do the COVID updates every Wednesday, and they never do them on time. So you're waiting to see I think last week we were really worried about going into the red. So it might be the concern this week too, is that if we didn't go into the red last week, then we might go into the red this week. And I remember, just last week he was just, pacing, wondering, waiting on the results to come down to see if they could go ahead, or if they were going to be able to do the Snowflake Parade the way they want to do it, or if he was going to have to make some last-minute concessions and changes to the parade. That was just last week, so.
Okay, and let's not let that prevent us from inviting people. So would everybody here be willing to call at least 2 people and invite them to the,
My friends are all artists. They're helping me.
Yeah.
So they'll be here, yeah.
I understand, but the rest of us, willing? Yeah, I'm willing to call 2 people. Just make a couple quick calls, and if they're not interested or busy, just say, somebody that might be interested, in coming, because I know you all had a really great time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And when
fun.
you did this
I did
before,
call
I knew that.
To reserve 2 more tickets, but,
When
Wednesday, day before yesterday.
the number on the flyer,
Mm-hmm.
did you leave a message?
No, because I got a female, and she told me that you wasn't there at the moment. and-
This is not the number on the number on the flyer is the one that, it's a 801 number, so you call the restaurant,
I
it's
used the
the
flyer.
801.
Yeah, no, this is 210-3253.
Who printed that one out? Is that one that,
This was the one I got.
where did you get that one?
Somebody either sent it to me email or something.
That's not the one we're using.
Huh? The one posted online has my cell phone on it for sure.
And it has the,
Because I checked it the
has
other
the
day to make
ornament
sure.
painting.
And this
Yeah, that has this.
that
Oh,
one,
it does too, okay.
that's the restaurant number.
Okay,
Yeah, they said that he wasn't there, so I don't know how many calls they could have gotten.
Well, I was there yesterday and I did have a couple messages, but neither one of them were. And my manager's always there when I'm not there, so I'm sure your message is there. You called yesterday?
Well, I talked to a female and she
It was
said
big
just to
round.
wait and come back call back the next day. And I
Okay.
didn't, because I knew I'd see you tonight.
Okay,
So-
good to know, yeah.
So you can add 2 to that.
Okay, great.
okay, great.
So it might be at 12?
Yeah,
Yeah, there will be 12, for
20
sure.
would be, I think 20 would be a
We could get 8
good
people.
number, and I think that we.
Like I said,
If everybody-
besides my 4, there's gonna be 2 additional to that too. I just talked to one person for sure, and the other
Well, then
person.
that would be 14
Yeah.
issues, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
good
have
out there.
supplies for 24, and I can always share if we're lucky.
Okay.
So,
Okay, we're
bring
great.
them in.
We're doing
Yeah.
good. Yeah, okay, let's move on.
We're not done with
Yeah,
it.
we just have one
We
more.
still have,
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's okay. The fundraiser, the pizza,
Oh, yeah,
kids, we had 30 days to do it. We had 5 active sellers. I think there was a problem with maybe trying to get it set up online. I think next year I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do this again next year.
Okay.
This is kind of like a rough run. I think we'll just have one site
Yeah.
and one.
Yeah, just have one sitting, yeah.
I didn't know, this was even new to me. So anyway, we had, like I said, the duration of 30 days. We sold, the 5 active sellers sold 49 kits with a profit of $294, which the check was received last Friday.
That's right.
That's great.
Yeah.
But like I said, next year I'm gonna just do like a one. I apologize, but I had no idea either what I was doing, but
That's okay. I stuck with it until I finally got in, but it took a
I know there was like 3 others that finally got in, and I knew what it was, and they were like, oh no, I'm not doing no more.
Yeah, so-
But I appreciate those who really helped and put an effort out there that reached their goal, even added some to reach their goal. And,
Fantastic.
yeah, she did. She, yeah.
I thought it was great. I
Yeah.
wrote some and I couldn't set the link up, so I just shared Marty's link. And so Marty might see my keys and my because I shared.
Oh, okay.
Marty, you can sell that man.
Like he was hustling, he wasn't.
Now I know. For next year, then we won't call everybody out, because I got names of who got on, how many they sold, what their goal was, I had it all.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
But I will, next year, it will be just the one site.
Yeah.
It was a great
lot
idea.
easier.
Thank you, Melody, for
It
bringing
was-
that.
that was a
to us. I
great
mean, that's for our profit and for what we had to, effort we had to put in. That's a great start for us. And like I said, it's really, it's not a lot of work. It's just more just getting the word out and getting people to sign up.
Right.
And be on the lookout for Maya making her first pizza, because we did receive ours, just haven't had a chance to make
Oh,
pizza
really?
yet.
Aw,
We go to
okay.
McDonald's too often, so we want some pizza.
Aw, I'll be looking forward to it.
Okay, do we have anything else regarding fundraising?
That's it.
I think that's it.
Okay, great. I really want to acknowledge the fundraising committee. You've been extremely active this year. So really, just heartfelt thanks to everything you've been doing.
Have some great committee members.
I can tell. Okay, can we move on to the SAM committee?
Okay, we had a special speaker come in, Julian Hill, the program manager for Digital Skills Goodwill. And I'll just read a little bit here, and then I'm gonna pass the literature around to you. You can take a look at it, because there is a lot here. And their mission is to strengthen communities by empowering individuals and families through education, training, and job placement. Every day at Goodwill, we are building something. We are building brighter futures, stronger relationships, and more connected communities. Our integrated services meet people where they are and offer the support they need to dismantle barriers. No matter how you first connect with Goodwill, we welcome you to take advantage of everything we can offer to you and your community. They talk about what background knowledge is necessary to go to the academy, have a career certificate, and she went on to several other things, which I'm going to pass around, and I'm not going to take that much time of doing that. And so, but she did a very good job, and we appreciate it very much.
Just to piggyback on what Pastor Carol was saying, is Julianne Hill came and presented about their academy. Basically, their academy deals with a lot of IT certificates that people can receive. You don't have to have, all you have to have is a GED, and you can do it online. They have some other things that they will help you with when you get those certificates, and some help with some job placement also. I think Goodwill is a hidden jewel around this area. If you really don't know about it, or they kind of we always think of the thrift store when they actually have services for people to get employed, to get job skills and so forth. So she came and presented that stuff. There's a lot of information there for people who you don't have to leave the comfort of your home to get these certificates, which could lead to jobs.
Anything else?
Other than that, we will be having there will be a change in probably the board here for the commission. We will have elections in January, so be on the lookout for that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Marty. Education committee?
Is that me?
No, you're fine. Governance committee? We did not meet. Martin Luther King committee? Person is not here today. LGBTQ committee?
Yes, so we have, I think I had said the date of the Pride Fest at the last meeting or the meeting before, but there is a change, unfortunately, due to the miscommunication with the assistant director of events and then the director. They hadn't combined their calendars, and so the city event coordinator had already had something on that day, so he contacted me but it's not able, so we're going to have it on June 18th of 2022 from 1 to 9 p.m. So it's just a week sooner, which is usually find it is the day before Father's Day.
From what time to what time?
1 p.m. to 9
Okay.
p.m. We will not have a community meeting this month for PFLAG, but we will start up again in January on the 5th at 6 p.m. At the old Hope Elston. And it's going to be a New Year, New You health fair, which Carol Pozos will be planning every committee meeting from this new year. One committee member will be in charge of a committee meeting, and it will have either community outreach or health outreach, or a fun event, just depending on the month. So everyone is in charge of one of them, and this next one is Carol, except for me, because I'm doing Pride, so that's not and that is all.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Madam Chair, can we go back to education? I forget, we have Black History Month, that's in that, that's in education. Black History Month is on in the education committee, have an offer for that. Yeah, Black History Month stuff, that's in the education committee.
Yes, Marty, please. You're talking too fast.
I'm sorry, because I'm
You're talking really
Because I'm going 100
fast.
miles, I got something after this, so I'm going 100 miles here, I'm still, I'm late at the time. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So the Black History Month Committee, we have a tentative schedule. We will distribute the applications on January 7th, 2022. The deadline will be February 4th, 2022, and then the judging will be between February 7th to February 11th. Notifications February 14th through February 18th, and then we will have our award ceremony either February 24th or February 25th, depending on the mayor's ability to attend. We are still looking for a theme. So we have a theme decided by the January meeting, and then distribute the applications by then.
Can I throw one out?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sure we can.
Celebrating Naomi Anderson, our sculpture will be up by that time.
Okay.
And also the Celebrating Naomi Anderson project team would be able to donate the prize money.
Okay. That could work.
Consider it.
Yeah.
And it's a genuine offer. And I think when that sculpture goes up, everybody's interest is going to be piqued.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think about how to incorporate that. I mean, because we do the poster and the essay.
Yeah,
So-
I already have all of that pulled together if you want me to share with you.
Yeah, surely can. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Especially gonna give us money.
Yeah, can't beat that, can you?
Yeah.
So that would be awesome, because that would be a really nice partnership between the
Okay.
Human Rights Commission
Yeah.
and Celebrating Naomi Anderson.
Yeah, you can share it with me, then I can finalize it by the January meeting and get it all going. Get it
Okay,
on.
sounds great.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Okay, where are we at now? Okay, Renter Tenant Rights Committee.
Don't have anything for you,
I have something. I am still in the process of trying to put together a flyer. My plan was to have something done and approved and everything by the end of the month, because I was trying to beat our deadline for spending money. For spending, I was trying to beat that because I just really don't want to get that money back to the general fund. However, it looks like I'm gonna have to do that because I don't have anything I have something put together, but it's still pretty sketchy. But I did find out that I will be able to use some funds. Our community block development grant department, they have a certain amount of dollars that we can use, so that they'll help you with printing costs and everything like that. So hopefully I'm going to get something together, and I'll have a presentation for you, or have a makeup for you by the January meeting, so you guys can look it over, and then I'll talk to her about the printing and see what we can do.
How much are we giving back?
Well, I would have to, I don't have the numbers here, but it's out of my department budget. I might even try to come up with something over the next couple of days, because I think our deadline is the 10th. So what I could try to do, is to come up with just something really simple, and then submit a PO where I could freeze the money, I can encumber the money for next year and get maybe a quote from a local printer, and they'll tell me that we'll do this for $300, and then I'll submit an encumbrance to the controller's office, and they'll freeze that money and roll it over until next year.
I'll send you what I have.
Okay,
That sounds like a really good idea.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
I just don't want to give the money back.
We have
I'm not gonna say it on camera, but okay.
What? I don't want to give the money back?
I'll give you what I have.
Really? Because I'm sure there are, there's something we can have.
Yeah, if I could get something, like I said, I want to just get something really basic together and then get it submitted over.
And even if you just know it's going to be a front to back and a trifold,
Yeah,
that's all you need to tell a printer,
yeah,
and they'll, give them the amount of money you have, and then they'll be able to tell you how many of those they'll be able to print for you.
yeah. So that's my goal, and that's by Friday, so
Okay,
that has to be done
yeah.
as soon as possible.
Okay.
Send it to you tomorrow.
Okay, I appreciate that, Ms. Al.
Okay, those are all of our committee reports then. Old business, the Celebrating Naomi Anderson project. Thank you very much, Marty. This week, they're pouring the cookies at Westcott Park, and the cookies are the concrete structure that's actually going to support the 8 poles of the sculpture. And then the following week, and possibly into the next week, they will be erecting the sculpture. So there'll be, Time Blank will be there, and they are an in-kind sponsor. They're doing all of the construction work free of charge, because they've recognized this as a very important project for our community. And so, if you're driving by Westcott Park, take a look and see what's going on, because it's going to be so awesome, and I'm just so excited about this, and so many community partners have come together to make this possible, and I think that's really the uplifting part of this particular project. And also, we have made connection with a great-great-granddaughter of Naomi Anderson, who lives in California. And she and her mother are going to be coming here for the unveiling ceremony, and also for the program reception that will be happening at the Love Ethnic Center after that. We're looking at a Saturday probably in March, because I know you have a lot going on in February already, and I don't think we'd be able to stick in another event. So it's going to be warmer in March also. So I'll keep you posted with the date as soon as it's set for the unveiling ceremony. And supposedly the Lieutenant Governor will be coming up from Indianapolis for that. So, and family members of, Naomi Anderson here. So I think it's going to be really sweet. So, okay. I can send it to you later. I'm really horrible with names. Okay, and then, let me see, the Dr. Martin Luther King celebration is happening on Monday, January 17th, 2022, and our person to report on that is not here today.
We still need to decide the commission's donation.
Oh, that's part of this.
Yes, we've never yet.
Okay. Tatanisha, would you please introduce that to us and let us know?
Okay. In the past, I believe that the commission has given the MLK Celebration Committee $500. And we received a letter from the committee. I thought I distributed it to the treasurer and to yourself, but maybe I didn't. But there is a letter that we received asking us to repeat our donation of $500 to the MLK Celebration Committee. You're sure it's 500? Yes, it's been $500 in the past. And I believe that $500 amount was incorporated in the commission's budget.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, yes. Okay, so we do have enough money, just a little bit, but we have enough.
I make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Marty, for making the motion. We'll second that. Melody, thank you for seconding. All approved, please raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposition? Passed unanimously. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, under new business, we have our nominating committee report, and who's going to be doing that since Mary Ellen's not here?
Mrs. Allen is on that committee.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Do we want to go by the positions one at a time? How do you want to do that?
Well, in my Larry voice, in my Larry voice, tonight, we need to go ahead and decide the officers for the Human Rights Commission for next year. The open positions are chair, vice chair, treasurer. And in addition to those 3 officers, the executive committee needs 2 additional members from the commission body. And then we also have the social status of African American male liaison.
We'll decide that tonight.
Yes, we're voting on that tonight.
Vote tonight.
We did have a nominating committee, and the members of that committee was Mrs. Allen, Mrs. Lane, and Mrs. Quinn. Mrs. Quinn and Mrs. Lang aren't here tonight, so Mrs. Allen is the committee representative.
Do you have anybody, any nominations?
I will have, I'll go one at a time. For the chair, we had Nancy Maldonado, vice chair, Tara Robinson Walker, treasurer, Bunny Denke.
So for the chair, we have,
Nancy.
okay. And then, okay. Okay, so we have a slate. Now, the committee presented the slates. We can also accept nominations from the floor, I believe. So are there any other nominations from the floor for the office of chair? Are there any nominations from the floor for the office of vice chair? Are there any nominations from the floor for the office of treasurer? Okay, so what we'll need now is a motion made to accept the slate submitted by the nominating committee. And then we'll vote on it and we'll do a roll call vote.
Do you want me to make the motion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the nominations for the nominating committee. Nancy Maldonado, Tara Robinson Walker, and Bunny Denke.
Okay, we have a nomination on the floor for the slate.
Pastor Carroll, second.
Pastor Carroll, seconded. And I'll do a roll call vote now. Let's see here. Albertine Allen,
Yay.
Sojourner Atwater,
Yay.
Dennis Carroll,
Yes.
Marty Corley,
Yay.
Bunny Denke,
Yes.
Diana Gore, Diana Gore? Where the motion's been made to vote for the slate of officers for,
Yeah, they're asking for your vote. They're asking for your vote.
Yes.
okay.
Yes. I was too busy drinking Pepsi.
Oh, okay. Melanie Haynes?
Yes.
Okay. Judy Lane is not here. Nancy Moldenhauer?
Yes.
Aaron O'Reilly?
Yay.
And then Mary Ellen Quinn and Tara Robinson Walker are both absent. Okay, so we have 9 yeses, no opposition. So our officers for the year 2022 will be Nancy Moldenhauer as chair, Tara Robinson Walker as vice chair, and Bunny Denke as treasurer.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
The next 2 positions that we have to vote on would be for the executive committee members, and this would be 2 individuals other than the officers to sit on the executive committee. And at this time, I'd like to entertain nominations from the floor, please, for volunteers to sit on the executive committee. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to nominate Diana Gore.
Okay. Any other nominations?
Are you a second?
I'd like to nominate Aaron O'Reilly. I asked you again.
I didn't get to answer.
It's hard to say no in front of a kid.
Do we have any other nominations? If you don't have any other nominations, then I'll go ahead and close nominations for executive committee. And I will go ahead and do a vote by roll call. Albertine Allen,
Yes.
Sojourner Atwater,
Yeah.
Dennis Carroll,
Yes.
Marty Corley,
Yay.
Bunny Demke,
Yes.
Diana Gore. Okay. Melanie Haynes,
Yes.
Nancy Moldenauer,
Yes.
Erin O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one, two. We have 9 yes, no nays. So the other 2 members of the executive committee, in addition to the officers, are Diana Gore and Erin O'Reilly.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We got one more, guys. Social status of African American male liaison. At this time, I'd like to accept any nominations from the floor for the representative of the Social Status Commission on African American Males.
I nominate Marty Corley.
That's good, it's okay.
Do we have any other nominations?
I mean, you could do a better job.
So, I won't mind, I don't mind accepting the nomination, but, you know, I'm already a member through another organization. My term is up January 1st, 2022, and I haven't, and I did not ask for a renewal through that organization, but if there's no other nominations, and I'll do it for our commission. I just have to wait for one term to lapse and start a new one. So.
Well, our meeting is until
Till
January.
January, okay.
January, was it 2nd, 3rd?
Okay. So,
Okay, well, if you don't have any other nominations, then I'll go ahead and do a vote by roll call. I'd be so proud of you. Dr. Leisha. Albertine Allen,
Yes.
Sojourner Atwater,
Yeah.
Dennis Carroll,
Yes.
Marty Corley,
yay.
Bunny Demke,
Yes.
Diana Gore,
Yes.
Melanie Haynes,
Yes.
Nancy Moldenauer,
Yes.
and Erin O'Reilly.
Yes.
Okay. Marty Corley is our new social status of African American males liaison. Maybe for you,
Got you a little bit.
Maybe for you. Okay. Okay, that is all for our business regarding our committee, nominating committee report and our officers for next year, 2022.
So to make sure you did an excellent job, and Larry.
Proud.
was it-
I will, so you're back over to your spot.
Move back to
Director again.
Yeah.
Okay, the next item we need to discuss and vote on is the reappointment of Larry Arness as our staff attorney.
Yes.
I'm making a motion to approve.
Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
You did.
All right.
She needs to present some
Okay,
details.
all right.
Our agreement for our board attorney is for a 1-year time period, so it will be from January 1st, 2022 until December 31st of 2022. And we pay him a stipend of $500 a month and at a rate of $145 per hour per reasonable and necessary expenses for anything over extra, anything over that. Larry has been with us for a while. He has always been reliable as far as answering all our questions and helping us out, keeping us on track. Especially during this last year and a half, this whole COVID thing has had everybody just all over the place, and he's managed to keep us on focus and make sure that we haven't violated any other open door regulations, because I know that, even the city attorney has had a chance, where they've just all just been, kind of, on their toes trying to keep up with all the change in regulations coming from downstate. So that's my recommendation, my glowing recommendation for Larry. So I'll leave it to the commission to decide.
All right, good. Marty, would you like to make a
Yeah, I'll make a motion to retain Mr. Arness.
Second.
And Mrs. Allen seconded the motion. Okay, all in favor, please say yes and raise your right hand.
Yes.
Okay, anybody opposed? Okay, we passed unanimously, and congratulations, Larry. We're glad to have you with us for another year.
Yes, we are.
Okay, committee reconfiguration, Tanisha.
I was wondering, I was gonna ask if it's possible, if we could schedule an executive committee meeting so that we can kind of go over the committees. I found some old literature, and maybe we can just figure out exactly how many committees. Are we gonna keep the number of committees we have, or are we gonna compress them? And I think it'll make things a little bit easier to work. Because there's so many different people doing different things. I think that, for example, if instead of having just the Martin Luther King committee, if it was under education, I just think things will flow a little bit better if we just kind of reduce the number of our committees a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, and I want to apologize because we were supposed to have done that this month before this meeting, and we didn't get together as an executive committee. So let's get something scheduled after the first of the year.
Okay.
Tanisha, how does that sound?
That sounds great. I just want to,
Executive committee members, does that sound reasonable?
and what I'll do,
I have a question.
I'm sure, Bunny.
I know you gave us copies of the bylaws, but I don't remember, there's nothing in the bylaws about committees that have to be, or,
No, the only committee that is in the bylaws, once again, sound like Larry, the only committee that's in the bylaws is the executive committee.
okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I dug up this is our annual dinner report from 1999, because I couldn't remember exactly how they used to define all the committees. And so I found in this report that at that time there were, you see, in addition to the executive committee, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there was only 6 committees. The annual dinner was a committee by itself because it was such a huge event. It took up so much of our time, and we put so much effort into it. So the annual dinner kind of became a committee of itself. But there was also a personnel committee, a housing committee, a finance committee, community relations committee, and then there was an education committee. And the education committee was just basically used to, as a way to, develop educational materials, to educate the public about the procedures and the philosophy of the commission, to develop training materials and workshops for the public, and to develop orientation processes, training materials, and procedures for commissioners. So the education committee kind of took on a lot. So it would all depend on how this particular body wanted to handle the committees from now on. If they wanted to, adopt a little bit of what was done over 20-something years ago, or if they wanted to just...
I think let's discuss this in the executive committee first, and then we'll bring it back. I hate looking to the past and bringing it forward.
Yeah.
I would rather look at now and what we've been doing and possibly have a vision for the future. So, structure things based on that.
And so what I'll do is I'll table it for January and then put it back on the agenda for February. Would that work for everyone?
Absolutely, that sounds like a good plan. Okay, we don't need any motions for that, correct?
Okay, no.
Okay, it's our public comment period. Is there anybody from the public who would like to make a comment this evening? Okay. Nobody from the public is here, so we'll go on to the next. And that's the adjournment for the meeting.
So move. You let go? Yeah.
Marty,
Who second it?
no, just second. All in favor? Okay, very good meeting, and we're done at 5:23.
Okay.